Hey, Dirt Farmer Jay here from dirtfarmerjay.com. If you have one of these freeze-proof hydrants in your yard, but you can't get it to stop leaking, there's a quick adjustment that'll fix it 99% of the time. Stay tuned and I'll tell you all about it. Hey, Dirt Farmer Jay here from dirtfarmerjay.com. We really count on these types of outdoor hydrants for the winter time around here. They work by having the valve body where water flows in well below the frost line. In this case, this one's about 3 to 4 foot below the grade level around here outside of our chicken coop. And what happens is when you shut off the valve, it opens a bottom valve to drain off as well, so no water is standing in the column. Well, as you can see here, we have a nasty little leak, and you'd say, well, shut it and it'll quit. And well, watch what happens when I actually do that. It speeds up. I've got more problem there. And so I sit there fiddling around with this, trying to get it to where it'll stop. And you never can get it right. Besides, it's just better to be able to shut it off and it be in the right place to begin with. Well, all of the adjustments for this type of leak are done right at the top here, but you have to shut off the hydrant to make it work correctly. Because if you try to take this apart while it's under pressure, you're going to get a shower. So we're going to shut this off in a moment. I'm going to tell you how to adjust this right here. Now, one other thing that is really important to know, no matter what the manufacturer is, this one happens to be Merrill, you can go to that company's website itself, and generally speaking, they have a great instruction sheet with troubleshooting. But I'm just going to show you quickly our approach to it that is generic for most situations. But also at those manufacturers' websites, in case there is something that is a part that's missing or scarred or casting that's broken, you can certainly do repair parts. And usually the repair can be done up here without digging this out. So the first thing we're going to do to get repairing on this is we're going to collect some wrenches. We're going to need some 7/16 inch wrenches and a couple of those and a 9/16. Here, the 7/16 will take off of this bolt up on the top right here. And the 9/16 will be down here to adjust the rod that goes down and seats in the valve body down below. So let's go shut off the power and we'll go from there. As you can see here, we don't have any water pressure at all now. No water coming out of this at all, and pressure is taken off of this. So the first thing we're going to do is take off this pivot bolt at the top. That's going to take a couple of 7/16 wrenches to do so. And so let's get that taken apart. I'm going to put that out. Now what's going to happen is your two side brackets right there come off and the whole handle drops out. You can see how that's going to go back in again later around that. So we just keep those parts together along with the handle. We'll take that out. Now you have the adjustment nuts right here. What you're needing to do is have this drop slightly more into the valve body that's down below. Now that you've got at this point here, this nut needs to be raised more flush to the end of the rod that connects to the valve body in the bottom. But when you undo this and do this, this is going to start to pivot and the whole thing's going to pivot. Fortunately, you can raise it up and you can use a little miniature water pump pliers delicately to grab on the shaft so you can adjust these nuts. So let's do that. So the first thing we're going to do is put a wrench on the bottom right there. We'll put one on the top and we'll work to loosen these two. And when you do, you can see it starts to spin. This spins, but the top does not want to go. The whole thing rotates. So what you can do is pull this rod up a little bit like that. Now you can see some of the thread. Go ahead and pinch on and hold on there and then adjust that nut at the top. What I want to do is bring it about flush to the top. This is a trial and error. Now when I bring it down, it allows this to come up further, dropping the rod. Let's go ahead and put a wrench on the top and one on the bottom here to tighten that up. We want the adjustment to be on the bottom because we're moving that barrel up. There it goes, right there. rounded it a little bit, but not badly. Just keep the wrench on there. Tighten the two together, and now you've adjusted it. You can put it down. Now, let's go ahead and reassemble this. What we're going to do is take our two parts that go on both sides of the connector to the down rod. You're going to put in this piece like this. That's going to be aligned with that hole here in just a moment. So what we'll do is go ahead and put both pieces on. This is a good time to grease it if you want to also. I'll do so afterwards. We're going to tilt that up until we can get those to line up. Reinsert the bolt. I'll try it from the back side just so that we can see what's going on. And I'm going to look and see if I can spot where that is. And this will take a little finessing to get it to line up again. All right, you had to wiggle that around. Go ahead and put it in there. And before I put the nut all back on it, I'm going to test it by turning on the water and just making sure that we have no more leak. Let's give it a shot. All right, we have success. As you notice here, we have no water coming out of that. And just in case you're wondering if indeed there's water pressure, well, there you go. So there it's blowing out some stuff there. And I'm going to go ahead and take it back down here, return it. We'll see it shut off completely. How about that? Well, there you have it. Now we don't have a dripping faucet. We'll get through the winter without freezing this whole unit up and splitting it. And I have a handy place to take care of the chickens. No matter who the manufacturer is, similar type approach, but check out those manufacturers' websites. We'll have them listed in the description below, where there's always more information than we covered in the video. If you found the video to be helpful, be sure to like it, and better yet, subscribe to our channel. And when you do, ring the bell. That way you'll be notified approximately every Friday of great videos about just do-it-yourself, hands-on living skills around the home, the shop, the yard, in the kitchen, and just great product reviews. And check out our merchandise line at dirtfarmerj.com. Great caps, mugs, just a great way to get the word out about just do-it-yourself. Until the next time, this is Dirt Farmer J at dirtfarmerj.com.